Hey guys, what's up? I'm Morgan and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for joining me. I'm so glad that you are tuned in because it is Sunday and we are on week 7 of Becoming a Swimpreneur. You guys, this is the week before the last week. Week 8 is the last week of this series and I'm so excited for all of you guys because I'm taking you guys from the beginning process all the way until it's time to actually launch your brand when you go live and go online, which is going to be next week's video. Even if you aren't there yet, the series is here for you and you can go through the series at any point, whatever time frame you're on. You can go back to week 3 or week 4 or whatever and just keep continuing on to go from there. I tried to do this in order in the way that I did it and how I would do it over again so that it's not confusing and that you don't miss out on any of the steps in between. So last week, we talked about how to prepare your Shopify store. I showed you guys the back end of Shopify. I showed you guys the layout and how to use the Shopify layout and things like that. And it was pretty self-explanatory, but I wanted to break it down so that I don't miss out on anything, as well as you getting the information from me. I don't want you guys to miss out on anything, any little details, things like that. So right now, you probably have been working on your Shopify site. I think I said it was like a 60-day or 90-day free trial that they're doing right now. So if you haven't taken advantage of that yet, you can do so. Just go to shopify.com. It's not like an affiliate link or anything like that. Just go there, sign up, and you can start utilizing and playing around with how their website works. Now, before I get into this video, which basically is about how to prep your swimwear brand 1 week before your launch, I want you guys to check out 3 videos that I already have on my channel that I don't want to repeat on this one because I don't want to make this super long and unnecessary. So one of the videos I want you to check out, I'm going to link it over here or up here in the cards, but it will definitely be down in the description box if I forget to do that while I edit this video. The first video is how to build your email list and grow your fashion brand. In that video, I talked about what I just said, how to build your email list, what I did to make my $500 back that I invested into my brand to start my brand. And it just gives you a little bit more detail in why you need an email list and the importance of it. So check out that video before, you go into depth on this video. After you watch this video, this video is how to prep your brand, but you need to know all the stuff in that video before you even start preparing for anything. The next video I want you guys to check out is how to 10x your fashion brand with autopilot content batching. Again, I'll link it over here, up here, or down in the description box, but check that video out as well. In that video, I explained how I 10x my fashion brand. And basically, if you haven't heard of the 10x rule, it's pretty much how you just go all in and advance yourself to be in a position to where you are working at an accelerated rate and you're getting that on in return as well when it comes to your customers, or if you have a client-based business and your income and things like that. Is you going all in and really just pushing because everything is on autopilot, which means it's on automation and you're not doing too much work because you already did it ahead of time. That can help you out a lot when it comes to launching your brand. The third video that I want you guys to check out is how to write product descriptions for your boutique that converts into sales. Now, in that video, I explain the importance of product descriptions. Product descriptions really does help you convert sales when it comes to how much you can potentially make, how to keep your customers engaged while they're on your website, because a lot of times you'll go on a website, they don't really have a product description, and then the customer wants to talk to somebody or a rep or customer service or email you somehow to figure out what more information about a product. But if you list all of those things in your product description, you'll be more inclined to convert it into sales because everything is already laid out for your customer. So check out that video. I think it's really important and it will definitely help you for what we're about to talk about right now. Okay, now that I got those videos out of the way that I want you guys to check out and watch and go through those videos, now we can talk about how to prep your swimwear brand the week before your launch. I wrote notes because I didn't want to miss out on anything. So if you see me looking down, it's just because I'm trying to go in order and I don't want to forget. So the first thing you want to do when you are preparing to launch your brand, which is probably the most vital part of launching your brand is making sure that you have finalized the details for every single design that is getting ready to go online. So what I mean by finalizing is making sure you're doing a thorough inspection, especially if you are doing this yourself. If you are manufacturing your own swimwear brand like I did this time around for my summer collection, meaning you are doing the full cut and sew process, is really important for you to inspect your product and make sure people are going to get the best of the best. And you don't want anybody to do any returns. So you want to make sure there's no loose threads hanging. You want to make sure that everything is nice, everything is neat, everything is ready to be packaged. Now, a couple of those things that you want to look over to really make sure that you are ready to package an item. If you have something with straps on it, you want to make sure your straps are flat. You want to make sure if they're round straps, then obviously you want to make sure they are all symmetrical and working if you have a symmetrical design. If you have bottoms, you want to make sure that your bottoms have swimwear liners in them. If you don't know what a swimwear liner is, it's these right here. They're hygiene liners. These are hygiene liners. These are the pieces that go inside of the swimwear bottoms. You know, the try-on, the fit try-ons. So if somebody tries it on, you have the hygiene liner right in there. It's pretty much like a panty liner except for swimwear, and it's clear, it's plastic, it peels off really easy. I'm not going to peel it because I actually use these and I need these for my stuff, but these are swimwear liners. I looked online to find a couple of places that have them. There's a few places, there's a lot of places on eBay, which is where I ordered these from. I would have to go into my email to find the person that I bought it from, but all you do is type in hygiene liners on eBay. You will see a company, and they are very, very, very affordable. I got this pack. This pack came with, I think 100. And then I got another pack from Walmart because they were in stock at the time online. They don't sell them in store, but they have them on Walmart.com. You just type in hygiene liners or swimwear liners. I forget what I typed in, but you should be able to find it. It'll pop up. And I ordered over 100 and I think it was 150 because I ordered 4 packs. So I think I got like 150 of these. They also have them on Amazon if they are in stock. It's just been really hard to track things down that are in stock. So you will need that. And those go inside the swimwear bottoms because you want those a part of your return policy if you have one, or a part of the no try on. You want everything to come back. If somebody needs to return something, you want them to return it exactly how it was in order for them to get store credit or a refund, depending on what it is that you are offering as far as your store credit or refund policy. Another part about finalizing your product choices is to make sure that you actually have the pieces that you want to go out. I know a lot of times people have so much product and they want to do so many things at once and they want to put everything out there. And this is what I talked about in my video that I did yesterday about making sure that you know exactly what it is that you want to put out into the world so you're not disorganized, and also so that you're not overwhelmed. So pick the products that you want to put out. If you have 30 products or something, it doesn't mean you have to put out 30 products. You can put out like 10 and then do another release later on if that helps you out. If you want to go all in, go all in. I'm not telling you not to do that. Do what you got to do. You are the only person that knows how your sales are going to convert. You're the only person that knows how much responsibility that you can take on all at once. You're the only person that is going to be running your business. So go with your own intuitions. This is just me telling you, make sure that you finalize it and make sure that you can handle all of your inventory. Make sure that you can handle the shipping and handling. A lot of people, I don't know if you guys have been seeing on the internet, people have been starting companies, people have been putting out products, and they have been overwhelmed with their own shipping. Put out what you can handle. It is okay not to be able to service everyone in bulk. Make sure that you can handle what you put out. For me, I know that I can handle quick delivery because I have a post office right around the corner. Also because I can schedule in the post office to come and pick things up. But I also know that by myself, I'm able to handle a large amount of orders if I need to. So for me, I don't think I would ever put out more than like 500 pieces. That will be too much for me just because it's just me. You know what I'm saying? So put out what you can handle. Make sure that you are going to be able to handle your own guidelines when it comes to your shipping policy, meaning if you have a 2-day processing, you need to process everything within 2 days of the order that comes in, no matter what day that is. If you have 4 to 5 days, that means you have 4 to 5 days to process that order. And then by the 5th day, if it is not at the mailbox, if it's not getting scanned in, that means you are basically going against your own policy, and that comes with customer complaint. I know that was a mouthful. The next thing that you want to do after finalizing your product choices is take and edit all the pictures you are going to be putting on your website and on your social media pages. This is a very crucial step, okay? Another crucial step. If you don't have pictures to post and you start doing them last minute, you are going to be very overwhelmed. So the week before, if you haven't already start taking pictures already ahead of time, the week before is when you really need to go in, take all pictures. If you want to schedule it by the day of the week, do that. So on Monday, you can say, okay, I'm going to take pictures of all of like this style bikini or this style swimsuit. On Tuesday, I'm going to take flat lay pictures for my social media pages. Wednesday, I'm going to take all the pictures and edit them in bulk while you have the momentum. Edit all the pictures on Wednesday. On Thursday, you are going to load those pictures onto your website, and on Friday you are going to start scheduling in your social media posts. Like I said, when you have content batching, when you batch all the content, you can automate these things with different apps. You have to go back to the videos that I was talking about to understand what I mean by that, but you can put it on automation, so you shouldn't be doing too much work on your actual launch day. So take all those pictures, edit it accordingly, make sure you have all those things. The next thing, after taking your pictures and editing them, you want to write a minimum of 30 captions. I know this sounds ridiculous, but I promise you, it's not. Write down at least 30 captions for your social media pages. Get a little piece of paper, write down things that you think sounds nice, okay? If you want to make it easier on yourself, all you have to do is go through your pictures, look at the pictures that you have scheduled to post, or the pictures that you know that you're going to be able to post on your own manually, and look at the picture, write down a caption, save that caption. Do the same thing through all your pictures, save that caption. Do it, continue to do that, because once you have captions already written out, it's so much easier to post, because especially if you're doing it manually. If you're posting manually and you're just getting on your phone and say, oh, I want to post this picture, then you're probably thinking of the caption when really you probably already have one written down. So use the one that's written down that makes sense with your pictures. This step is really good because once your product has launched, once you are online and you have told everybody to go shopping and you have pictures to post and you don't have captions to go with it, you're pretty much wasting valuable time that you could be using on customer service. Okay, so after that, you want to reply to all comments and leverage those customers' compliments. All right, what this means is the day that you are online, while you are online, or not while you're online, the week before, while you're promoting your brand real heavy and you are talking to people and people are engaging with you, you want to leverage those compliments. I don't know if you know how Instagram algorithm works, or if you are doing this on like a different platform, but most algorithms work in a way that when you communicate and someone communicates back, it pushes you up a little because it shows interest in what it is that you're doing or promoting. So people, when they're more engaged with you, you get a lot more eyes on your things because it's showing the algorithm that something is happening in your space to where they need to pay attention and start pushing you out there a little bit more. I know that it's real because it happened with me. I haven't been using hashtags a lot, and I have a lot of new followers on my Instagram account. I think it's like 80, 90 new people, and that's big for me without using hashtags. So you have to engage with your audience. If you don't engage with your audience, you're going to be struggling a little bit. It's going to be a little bit harder for you to gain the trust of people that are looking at your product if you are not engaging with them. So when someone compliments you, or if someone leaves emojis on your picture, go ahead, write them back. Don't just like it. Write them back. If you want to make things more interesting, you can go to their page because they took time to come to your page and compliment your stuff. You can go on their page and just comment on all the pictures that you genuinely like. Leave real comments. Don't leave that, oh my God, that's so cute, girl. Yeah, it's like, we know it's cute because you like it, but leave, like if that's your genuine compliment, fine. But do things that are very authentic and don't just leave fake comments. That's not going to work. So do that. Leverage all the customer compliments. Leverage every single inquiry. If somebody reposts you, not only do you DM them to thank them for reposting you during that time, but repost their repost to your Instagram stories. Keep doing that. The more times you rotate your content, whether that is through comments, DMs, or reposts, keep on rotating it. That means more eyes are on your product. And that is going to help a lot when it comes to the day that you actually launch, because everybody is already so engaged with what it is that you're doing. The next thing that you want to do is save a minimum of 30 filler photos. I talked about this again in another video, just briefly, but filler photos are the photos that you can post in between your own product photos, in between your own selfies, in between your own original content. The filler photos can be anything that has to do with something that can translate into the vibe or feeling of your brand. So for me, my filler photos are usually something more beach-like, something more mood setting. It can be anything where it's like kind of chill, a chill vibe, or it's going to be very beachy, very escalated to where it's like a pool party or something like that. So those will be filler photos. Filler photos are the photos that you can take on your own, by the way. You don't have to just go and download a bunch of pictures from Google and Pinterest. You can actually use your own filler photos and show some behind the scenes. You can show pictures of yourself, how you work, how you operate. You can show upcoming things, what to look out for. Those are all examples of filler photos, but you should save at least 30 of them just in case your content starts to get a little bit overwhelming for your audience, or you see a decline or something in the way that people are communicating with you. It could be because you're posting just too much at once. So your filler photos can be something where you're engaging with them and having them reply, like a question, or having them think about something. Like I said, if you can make them think and reply to you, you're on the right track. So filler photos are really important. So just save at least 30 of them the week before your launch so that you can have things to post during your launch, and you're not just constantly posting product, and more product. You want things to relate to your product to get people to keep looking at your product, but you don't need to bombard people all in until you are more established and that's what they want. All right. The next thing you want to do is now start adding things. The week before, you want to start adding everything to your website and editing the inventory. This is big. This probably should have been a little bit ahead of all the other steps, but it's still within the same week. When you add everything to your website and edit your inventory, I mean to have your sizes correct, count everything, the quantities of each set, the quantities of each separate piece, the quantities of each one piece, the quantity of each accessory that you may add, any type of beachwear that you may add. You have to do those counts before you go onto your website. Count it out, write it down on a piece of paper if you need to, type it into your phone in your notes, put it on your computer, whatever it is. You want to make sure that you have the quantities correct. You do not want people to be ordering and then your quantities are off and then you're overselling something that you probably don't have, or you're underselling and you're like, wow, I think I have like 8 left. It's because you probably didn't count how much product you actually had. So count each piece, make sure you write it. So when you're uploading it into your website, on the back end, you have the quantities already laid out. So if you have 5 of one top, put 5. If you have 2 of one top, put 2. And then it goes according to size as well. So you have maybe 8, or you might have 8 extra smalls and like 40 mediums because that's what you think will sell more, or whatever it is. However it is that you count your product or order your product or make your product, make sure you have the quantities written down, because that's going to save you a lot of time, and you don't want to oversell something that you don't have. And you also don't want to undersell and have something that says sold out when really you messed up the count and you have like 10 more. So do that, and it's going to save you a lot of time. During this process of putting everything online, this is where you put in your product descriptions. Every time you upload a product, you enter that description immediately, so that way you don't have to worry about it later. And then you edit the product sizes and quantities and colors and things like that. This is going to take you a while. This is probably going to take you 2 days if you have a lot of product. If you have a minimum collection, you can do this in a full day and just knock it out. Just depends on how disciplined you are. It took me a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to write down all of my product descriptions, edit the inventory, put all the colors, create individual codes for the product. It's going to take you a while because the product descriptions alone, you have to write all that stuff out yourself. So give yourself at least 2 days to do that, especially if you have a lot of product at once. Now, if you don't want to write all these product descriptions, that's on you. I think it's encouraged. That's why I'm telling you guys about this over and over and over again, because it does help push those sales up. All right. So after everything is online, the last thing that you want to do is use your live video try-ons for your Instagram stories. For me, this works really well. My audience, like I said, I'm trying not to be the face of my company. But the way that it's working out, it seems like it's me. But once I get a model, it will definitely change. It's just that we're still in a pandemic, and I don't want people traveling. I don't want to travel with people. I don't want to have my photographer traveling with people. It's just too much risk. So I will remain the model for now. But use the live video footage of your try-ons. This is how you're going to push products. When I did mine, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw the pictures and videos that I posted of myself on my Instagram stories. With that, I had a few reposts, I had comments, I had a lot of engagement, a lot of likes on the photos. And the day that I launched, people went to exactly what I post because I advertised that product in video format. When you can see how something lays against your body while you're moving, it creates a different vibe. You can take a picture and the pictures 100% work. But when you are moving and you're showing people the product and you're telling them about the fabrics and things like that, that's a different type of connection. That's a different type of bond. People trust you because now they're like, oh, it's not a picture, it's not edited. I want that. So it works out great. So you can post these videos as you're trying on your product, or if you have a model trying on your product. And I do think videos work like in the 10x format. Videos work very, very, very well. So now that I talked to you guys about all those little things on your checklist that you should be doing, I do want to show you something on my screen. This is why I'm recording on my computer. But what I want to show you guys right now, I'm going to slide myself over and shrink myself, is on your Instagram page, right? So you're going to be posting photos. This is not my brand page, but this is just my regular Instagram. But if this was my brand page, you can post the product links and things like that. And some photos will not let you post a link because it's connected to Facebook. Things are about to get interesting. I'm going to break this down for you guys, okay? So if you're posting something, let's say this right here, which is exactly what I posted because you guys can see it. But this photo right here, because you can see my butt, Facebook will consider that sexually explicit. Don't ask why. I know that it's robots controlling what Facebook sees, but they will consider this sexually explicit. Another thing to look out for, and I don't really have to do product tags, so I'm not worried about it because people are genuinely just going to go to the link in my bio anyway and just go from there to shop. But when it comes to running Facebook ads, this is something you would have to 1000% look out for. I've been battling with Facebook since the beginning of my swimwear brand when it comes to running ads for my swimwear brand, because it's not a human going in here and looking at this. You know what I mean? It's not a human doing that. So when you upload something like this with your butt out, even though it's not sexually explicit, I'm smiling, you know? It's literally just a swimsuit photo showing the back of the swimsuit. But in the eyes of Facebook bots, when they're going to review your ads, this is sexually explicit content. Therefore, you will not be able to run an ad with this photo. Okay. Now, another good example. This one right here. You see this bikini photo that I posted? This is also sexually explicit because I have cleavage out, and it's probably like because I'm leaning in a little bit, even though it's not sexually explicit in the eyes of swimwear. They have a big problem with this. So I already tried to run an ad with this photo as well as this photo, and they both were rejected. I'm appealing that rejection right now, but again, it will be rejected. Even this video, if I wanted to run this video as a Facebook ad, it will be rejected because I'm in a bikini and I'm moving. So look out for things like that. So if you do plan on running Facebook ads, the week before is the time to test out those ads to see if they are going to be approved, so that they will run on the effective date that you choose. This photo right here, even though, see how I cropped it and things like that? This was accepted. Go figure. This was an accepted photo. I didn't want to run this photo, and I'm not, but this was accepted. And it's because I cropped everything. I even cropped below like where your bikini line starts. I cropped it out a little bit, and I just had this part. So this is showing a top. It's showing a little bit of the bikini bottom, and they accepted this one. So this is what I mean. The week before is when you start to test everything out, especially your ads. So look out for that if you guys plan on running Facebook ads, because a lot of ads are going to be rejected depending on the pose, depending on how close you are to the camera, depending on how much cleavage is out. And I personally, this is just a me thing. Like I said, on my phone, I see people running ads all the time when it comes to swimwear, and they are doing the exact same poses. Unfortunately, they are not black. They don't have this much booty. They don't have this much, boobs. So those ads are approved. So I don't know if it's a black and white thing. I'm not going to claim that, but I see ads all the time. I don't know if they're appealing these ads. I don't know if it's because they are a large brand and they're like, okay, push it through. I don't know what it is, but I see ads all the time, and they are all the exact same poses in some of them, you guys. And I can see the ads, but mine will get rejected. And I know this is not just a me thing. I saw people on Reddit complaining about the same thing, their swimwear ads being rejected. And it's because if you have on swimwear, automatically the bots or the people that are checking this are going to say it's sexually explicit because there's a lot of skin when it comes to swimwear. So I don't know how these people are running ads on swimwear and it's just going through. I don't know. But like I said, certain ads are approved and certain ones are not. So the week before you launch is a really good time to test those out to see which ones are going to be approved, so that you're not wasting your time and battling Facebook for weeks at a time. So yeah, that's that. All right, guys. So that is the end of this video. I gave you guys a full checklist, and just for a review, I'm going to say the checklist right now on what you should be doing the week before. And these are things that you really should be working on and paying attention to, because the week before your launch is the most crucial. It's the most heavy promotion that you're going to be doing, and it's going to be the most customer service that you will also have to do the week before, so that you are already prepared when you launch, which is going to happen on week 8 next week, next Sunday. So here's what you want to do all over again, okay? Finalize your product choices. Pick out all the choices that you are going to put online, stick to that, set them aside, and then start preparing those things and going through the finalized things, checking strings, checking threads, adding all your sanitary stickers and adding your tags to every single thing. That is a part of finalizing your product, so that way they're already ready to be packaged. The next thing you want to do is take and edit all of your online photos for your website and your social media accounts. You want to next write down a minimum of 30 captions that will go along to match the product photos that you're going to be using on your social media accounts. After that, you want to start replying to comments, and you want to start leveraging those customer inquiries, compliments, and reposts by doing the same thing and making sure that you're rotating within all of that and all of that space that you have created across your social media platforms. Don't let anyone go unnoticed, because they are taking their time out to reach out to you or to compliment you on your brand and all of your endeavors as a brand owner. Next thing you want to do is save a minimum of 30 filler photos. The filler photos, like I said before, are pictures that will go in between your product photos or your regular content, so that way people aren't bombarded with you in your face all day, every day. The next thing after you have done that is add everything to your website and make sure that you are editing your inventory as you go along, meaning the sizes, the quantities, the colors, the description, the product description, all of the sizing info, all of those things should be on your website. Privacy policy, everything should be on your website so that it is ready to go the day that you are launching. The last thing you want to do is use your try-on video. Start trying on your product and capturing the actual video to put on your IG stories or onto your Instagram page, as well as your Facebook or Pinterest or whatever it is that you are advertising your product, because live photos really does help you 10x your sales when it comes to people going on your shop and saying, I want that because it looked good on her. I saw her. We have the same body type probably, or that might look good on me because we're, same height or anything like that. The live photos really, really, really work. The last thing you want to do is make sure that you are running your Facebook ads as far as the editing process. See if they are going to pass the review phase for your Facebook ads. So that way, when your ads start running, you are ready to go, and that your money is all situated into the right place, and you don't have to deal with too many rejections or appeals during that time, especially right now because the virus and everything. It's taking them a lot of time to get to the appeals and all of the reviews in order for you to even be approved for your ad to be able to run. That is it. Okay, so do all this, guys. Next week, we're going to be talking about how to actually, what you were actually doing on the day that you launch. This is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting. I just went through this for a collection, but you guys are going to go through this for an actual launch of your brand for the first time, most likely. Most of you are. So stay tuned. Like this video if you like it. Please subscribe to this channel because we are growing here and I love all my new subscribers. Thank you guys for engaging with me in the comment section of all of my videos. Thank you guys for following me on my Instagram. And if you haven't already, my Instagram and my brand page and my website is all in the description box below. I just launched my summer collection. If you want to support the brand or if you find products that you like of mine, visit mayhemswim.com and I will see you guys on the next one.